What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I have a little interesting video for y'all today. A little series I wanted to start. I'm someone who's always loved making playlists. I don't know what it is. I've just, I love music. I love all types of genres of music. And I've always loved making playlists, right? And I had a video idea about like a month ago that I scrapped. It was 77 perfect songs, and I wanted to do it in a playlist, but I was like, you know what, I can come up with more songs, and I can do this for each genre. So I wanted to do a series on my channel where I talk about 100 perfect songs in, I don't know how many I'm going to make of these, maybe like 7 or 8. I wanted to do rock, metal, hip-hop, jazz, R&B. I wanted to do like every genre of music, but today, to start the series off, I wanted to do hip-hop, 100 perfect hip-hop songs. It's a playlist that it doesn't say best hip-hop songs, but this might as well be the best rap songs ever made. The rap songs that I've chose on here are, it doesn't get any better than this. The storytelling, the beats, the lyrics, these are pretty much the best rap songs of all time. But it's 100 perfect songs. So in hip hop. So yeah, let's just talk about it. I got my playlist here, and I didn't do any order, but pretty much the top 5 are the best hip hop songs of all time. And I feel like a lot of these are going to be popular. A lot of people can agree with them. So yeah, let's just get into it. First off, I got New York State of Mind by Nas. Illmatic, I think that's the second best rap album of all time, off behind To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Illmatic, just so bare bones and basic, but in 2026, this album holds up so well. A New York State of Mind is probably the most well-known song off this album. There's nothing to say about this. And once again, we got Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me by Wu-Tang Clan. This would be my number 2, and I'll get to number 1 in a second. Rap song of all time, Rap song of all time, Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. Cash Rules Everything Around Me, just an anthem. This song's an anthem. It's an anthem. It really is. Then another anthem, we got Stan off the Marshall Mathers LP, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. This is a word in the dictionary now. It's a word in the dictionary now. Just incredible. Just the back and forth between the crazy fan and then Eminem at the end, just amazing. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. No words needed. But my number 1 hip hop song, this isn't in any order, and the reason why this didn't get in this get there is because I wanted the thumbnail to look good, like recognizable albums. But the number 1 best hip-hop song of all time is Mind Playing Tricks on Me by Ghetto Boys. The storytelling, the rapping here, it's the best hip-hop song of all time. It's the best rap song of all time, and it's perfect, just like every other song on this list. And like I said, this is going to be 100 perfect songs for each genre, but this pretty much might as well be the 100 best rap songs of all time. So yeah, Mind Playing Tricks on Me by Ghetto Boys, that's generational right there. Like, you're not going to find a better, like, the only songs you can argue are better are like the ones in the top 5 here, or the top 4, because that is 5. But yeah, amazing, incredible. Then we have Nothing But a G-Thang by Dr. Dre off The Chronic. And a lot of people say the 2001 is better than The Chronic. I feel like I'd probably say 2001 is a bit better, but the highs on The Chronic are some of the best highs you're ever going to see in rap ever. And you're going to see a few other songs from The Chronic make this list, and maybe a few from 2001. I made this list like 2 weeks ago, so I can't even remember. But yeah, Nothing But a G-Thang. The beat, amazing. The funk, I'm a funkster, so I love it. Ambitions as a Writer by Tupac. I'm pretty sure I'm like top 5 in the world for this song. It's my number 1 song I've ever played on Spotify. Recently, Spotify came out and said, here's your most listened to songs of all time. This is the song that really like kick-started me into hip-hop. I think I was 16 years old. I was a sophomore in high school, and I heard this song, and I know every lyric to this. It's the first song off All Eyes on Me, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. I mean, you're going to hear me say that a lot on this list. And it's just amazing. Just Tupac's rapping on this. It's so the beat is so basic, but it's just him going crazy on the beat. That's what it is. Next up, Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep, the infamous. I mean, Shook Ones. That's all time right there. That's all time. Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. That's also generational. Like, everyone knows that song. It's just so basic, but it's it's amazing. How can I not put it on here? It's amazing. It was a good day. Like this dude's day is sucking, but nothing's going wrong this day for this guy. Everything's going right. And in the music video, like there's helicopters and everything in his house, which is crazy. But in the song, that's not there, and it's even though the music video, like there's that craziness in the end, it's the music video, and it's still an amazing song. Period. Juicy, Notorious B.I.G. Incredible. Personally, I think I prefer Tupac over Biggie, and I think the double album by Tupac was better. But this isn't in any order, by the way. I want to do the top 5. Like for the top 5, I need to make that like peak. But outside of that, this is no order. But amazing. They shouldn't be compared really at the end of the day because they're both amazing artists in their own right. The art of storytelling by Outkast, you're gonna see. And by the way, one thing I forgot to mention, there's gonna be a lot of the same artists on here. Like Outkast has multiple placements. Kendrick Lamar is gonna have multiple placements. But each artist can only have 5. Only 5 songs per artist for this playlist and this video. And by the way, I'm assuming I can probably make this on Apple Music too, but I'll leave the link for this playlist below if you haven't heard the songs on here. Every song is amazing on here, as you've heard me say a million times already, and we're only 11 songs in. But the artist storytelling, that's amazing. The artist storytelling in that song is amazing. Miss Fat Booty by Black on Both Sides. That's probably like Black on Both Sides is probably like a top 5 hip hop album for me. I think the highs on that, there's maybe only one, like Illmatic and To Pimp a Butterfly, and like those are like the only hip hop albums that get as higher highs than Black on Both Sides. It's incredible. The sample flip, the storytelling by Mos Def, just amazing. That has to be on there. Devil in a New Dress by Kanye West. You're going to see a lot of Kanye on here. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, even though I do think it's like an overrated album in retrospect at the end of the day, because you do have Blame Game. I'm not big on So Appalled either. Devil in a New Dress and Rick Ross's verse. I mean, the guy literally made his own music video for that verse. That's how hard it went. How could I not include that on here? More Kanye production on Heart of the City by The Blueprint by Jay-Z. Best Jay-Z album, I think. I'd say Black Album's probably second. But no, Blueprint's just a complete 10 out of 10 rap album. And Heart of the City, Ain't No Love, he just kills with that Kanye production on there. So I had to put that on here. Speaking of amazing production, this is top 10, maybe even top 5 hip-hop album of all time for me. Pinata by Freddie Gibbs, just absolutely incredible. Madlib's production, just with this album, everything came together perfectly, and you're gonna see some more of this album on this list. But Thuggin', just Freddie Gibbs with that production just absolutely just goes along and just kills it. So had to include that. Through the Wire, I mean, if I got it tattooed on my arm, it was going to be on here somewhere. Through the Wire, Kanye West, College Dropout, him rapping through his jaw wired shut on his amazing debut album, one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. And then we got more The Chronic. And Let Me Ride might be my favorite song off of any Dr. Dre album, because you got the Funkadelic sample, and it just goes amazing. I love the funkiness. The higher highs... The Chronic, you have, I think, Fuck With Dre Day, Let Me Ride, and Nut But G Thing. Those are like, if every song on The Chronic was as high, like was as good as those, it would be the best rap album of all time. But I don't think it is. But incredible. We got a Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory, Check the Rhyme, back in the days on the Boulevard of Linden. So much flavor, so much charisma there. Had to include Tribe Called Quest on here. More Kanye production, Never Change, The Blueprint, Jay-Z. Like I said, no order. Yeah, have to. Never Change. Just incredible rapping on there. An incredible production. Nas is like, you want to know something crazy? When I started getting into like hip-hop for the first time, I think I was a junior in high school at this time. We had a project on like taking our favorite song, and we had to like crush down the lyrics and like explain what the artist means by that. And this was English class, junior year. We had to do that. And I chose Nas Is Like, and I remember, I'm a big boxing head. I mean, I got the boxing shirt on. I got my whole separate boxing channel. That's my second. That's my music and boxing are my 2 first and second loves. Okay, so in the song he's like Iron Mike, Messiah type, and I'm like, oh look, I type in my essay. I was like, yo, he's talking about Iron Mike as in Mike Tyson, and I remember just an amazing song. Nas is rapping, the production just amazing. And arguably one of the best. This is also another top 10 hip hop song of all time, I think. 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief. The production, I mean, what else do you want me to say? Like, every song on here is goated. Every song in here is goated. Like, there's not much to say. I mean, I have 100 songs I gotta get through, so each one I'm trying to be as short as possible. But Fuck the Police by NWA. So much influence from that song. Just incredible song, and, you know, what else can you say? More Outkast, So Fresh, So Clean. Off of Stankonia. Amazing. Stankonia might be my favorite Outkast album. I know that's like a mainstream thing, but it is. So Fresh, So Clean is a goated song. More Jay-Z, more Blueprint, Song Cry. You Know I Love You Like Cook Food, bro. The production with the Kanye production and Jay-Z rapping, like, what more could you ask for? I mean, that's peak Jay-Z right there. More Tribe Called Quest, Electric Relaxation. I probably prefer Low End Theory to Midnight Marauders, but I think the highers, like Steve Biko, Stir It Up. I can't remember if I put that on this list. And then Electric Relaxation. I think the highers on Midnight Marauders might be higher than Low End Theory. And Electric Relaxation is amazing. Vaudeville Villain by MF Doom with his Victor Von alias. This sounds so comic book like. Just the like you're literally. It's like you're being read out a comic book. Like in an audio book. Like, it's crazy. Amazing. I love me some MF Doom. Who Shot Ya? Notorious B.I.G. Amazing beat. Amazing rapping. What else can you say? It's Biggie. And then we have December 4th. I said how the Black Album is definitely my second all-time Jay-Z album. I had to include December 4th on here because just the beat, like, it goes incredibly hard. I remember the first time I went to Vegas. No, it wasn't the first time I went to Vegas, but I went to Vegas a couple years ago for a fight, and I played December 4th over and over, and just so it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing feeling. I got a lot of stories with these songs, and I mean, I feel like that's what makes songs amazing, is when you have stories to tell with them, you know. And we got some Wu-Tang, The Mystery of Chess Boxing. I love how simple the beat was here. The ooh ah raw, give it to you, like, bro. That's goated all time. More Eminem, The Way I Am, the Marshall Mathers LP, had to include this. MF Doom, Hoe Cakes. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't rate, if they did 100 perfect hip hop songs, they wouldn't include this MF Doom inclusion. But I love Hoe Cakes. I think it's a great song. I think it's just the way he does the Anita Baker flip. Boom, boom, sweet love. Well, they doesn't say sweet love in the song, but you know the song is Sweet Love, and he absolutely cooked with the rapping here. Speaking of MF Doom, Rhymes Like Dimes off Operation Doomsday. This is probably my favorite song off Operation Doomsday, and he just amazing there. Rhymes like it's nothing. He rhymes like it's nothing on that song. And then we have more Eminem off the Slim Shady LP. And hot take, I think the Slim Shady LP is actually better than the Eminem show. And the Slim Shady LP is easily one of the most underrated albums in hip-hop ever. People hate on it a lot, but I don't know why. Like, every song on it's amazing. And Role Model is probably the best rapping performance by Eminem. I mean, I love the nasty. The drums go so hard in this. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hell on Earth by Mobb Deep. I love this too. Just such a simple. The beat sounds like it's something from like you hear from like the 40s. I don't even know. No, it doesn't sound like the 40s, but it just sounds so basic. And the way they just destroy on it, just like blood on your kick, shit on your night, bro. They absolutely killed here. They killed there. More NWA, Straight Outta Compton. From Straight Outta Compton. How could I not include that? I mean, so much influence. Then we have De La Soul. 3 is the magic number. There's so much and let me move down a little bit. 3 is the magic number. So much, I said this earlier, so much flavor, so much fun, so much personality on that album. And you want to know, the first time I heard this song actually was after Spider-Man, I think it was No Way Home. I'm not good at like the names of the Spider-Man movies. I think it was No Way Home. It was the ones with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. And they, at the end of the movie, they played this song, 3 is the magic number. And it wasn't on Spotify at the time, which it might not have been in other streaming services. I don't know. But I first heard the song and I was like, yo, this is a bop. And I immediately tried to playlist it, but it was on streaming services. So I was upset about that. More Kendrick. All right. I mean, we have to. You have to. Come on now. Absolutely have to. To Pimp a Butterfly, that's number 1 all time. It doesn't get much more creative, more amazing than that album. Speaking of Like number one and number two. Here we go. Number one, number two, back to back. To Pimp a Butterfly, Nomadic. The World Is Yours. Excuse me. Just had a soda. So, The World Is Yours. Top 3 song off Illmatic. Every song's amazing, but I had to include that on here. And in my opinion, probably the best beat in history, in hip hop history, goes to this song right here, Uno by Fred. A lot of people don't talk about it, but the beat here, it makes you feel like you're flying. Uno by Freddie Gibbs. I think this is the best beat in hip hop history. Uno by Freddie Gibbs. I'd also say, did I put Jay Dilla on here? I might have. I can't remember. Maybe not, because I didn't, when you're only limited to just hip hop, I didn't want to do just instrumentals. So, I wanted rapping alongside it. But no one talks about how amazing this song is. It's amazing. The beat's amazing. The rapping's amazing. What else? That's probably like top 20 best rap songs ever. Had to do some DMX. I love me some DMX. Rough Riders Anthem. Let me see if I can click off this. There we go. Love me some DMX, R.I.P. Without Me, Eminem, classic. What else can you say? Then we got some newer stuff. I didn't want to do like all old school stuff because I feel like a lot of this video, it is mostly 90s and early 2000s. So I did want to include some newer stuff, and I had to include some JID. Dance Now, the beat here and the way he just kills on it, the bum bum ba-dum bum, bro, just amazing. Then I think we got the last NWA placement. We got Gangsta, and I shouldn't say placement because this isn't in any order. Gangsta off Straight Outta Compton. Amazing. Then we got Block on Both Sides again. Mathematics, Mos Def. I think there's probably a couple more placements because that album is that amazing. Lucifer, amazing Kanye sample flip. Jay-Z, the Black Album, had to do it. More Ice Cube. Ice Cube, I'm an albums guy, and I feel like Ice Cube didn't really have the best albums, but when it came to his highs on songs, like It Was a Good Day, How We Do It, how we do it is like the beat is just immaculate. Like you feel like you're floating. It's amazing. And then we got Snoop Dogg, our first Snoop Dogg pick, Doggy Style. Amazing. That's like a top 20 hip hop album of all time. I'd probably say just amazing. And Ain't No Fun If the Homies Haven't. So funky, so incredible. I love it. 90210. I think this is the only like trap because maybe that is a genre of hip hop, and I'm not big on trap music anyway. But Rodeo is one of the best trap albums of all time, and 90210, amazing song. Like the beat switch halfway through is incredible, so I had to include that. More Snoop Dogg. Who Am I? What's My Name? Had to do it to him. Another funky, amazing song. Okay, we're about halfway through now, and number 50. This is like my top 3 played songs. I think this is my 3rd most played song of all time. DNA by Kendrick Lamar. It's so basic but so amazing. Just the end of the song, the beat switch, the give me some ganja. Like it's one of the best workout songs of all time. Like I got loyalty. Like bro, it doesn't get better than that. It doesn't. It is so peak. I had to include that on here. West Side Gun. And I want to say, I check Album of the Year sometimes, which is a site if y'all don't use, I recommend you use it because it's incredible for rating music, looking up music. This whole album, Flyest, N-word, and Charge. I can't say that word, but it was all rated pretty low. And I only knew like one West Side Gun song for so long, and it was this one. And this is amazing. Just the sample of the Alicia Keys song. I think, does Alicia Keys sample another song? Excuse me if she does, but that's what I recognize the sample and the beat from. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. The way he just cooks on this, it's top. It's one of the best hip hop songs of all time. It is. Tupac, Dear Mama, beautiful, amazing song. Like that and Hey Mama are like by Kanye are like 2 of the best like Love You Mom songs of all time. Had to do some abstract hip hop in here. I got Ain't It Funny by Danny Brown. Just an insanely like psychopath song. Like you listen to it and you're like, what is happening? And I had to include it on here because it is awesome though. I got more JID, The Forever Story. The Forever Story, I think, for me right now, when I look in the 2020s decade, and I know I'm talking about the songs, but I just want to clarify this real quick while we talk about about this album. I'd say Illmatic is the best rap album of the 1990s. The College Dropout is the best rap album of the 2000s. To Pimp a Butterfly, the 2010s. And for 2020, the 2020s decade, I think it's the Forever Story by JID. I don't think any rapper so far, and we still got about 4 years left. We're only a little bit past the halfway point of the decade. I don't think anyone's, maybe like Clips came a little close. No, I wouldn't say Clips came close really. Like the Forever Story is like almost a 10 out of 10. I have it like a strong 9. I have it a 90 on my album of the year. But it is so peak because songs like Money, like with the kids singing Smell the Funk, like bro, it's perfect. It's an amazing album. I love Jid. I love the Forever Story, and that's an amazing song off an amazing album. The Light by Common, like Water for Chocolate. I love Common, and this is just an amazing, beautiful song. The Real Slim Shady had to include that. King Kunta by Kendrick Lamar. And I know I'm a white guy, but honestly, like I said, I know I'm a white guy. I know I'm a white guy, but this honestly might be like my top 5 favorite songs ever of any genre. It's so funky. Just the beat and the rapping. He just sounds so confident. I got a bone to pick. And then the boom, 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 boom. Bro, I'm a funkster. Like one of my favorite albums of all time is Voodoo by D'Angelo. I'm a funkster. Like earlier I was talking about Dr. Dre. I'm a funkster. And they even say in the song, like, do you want the funk? I want the funk, Kendrick. And that's amazing. I had to include that song on here. I love King Kunta. Rosa Parks by Outkast. Another funky, I would say that's another funky song. Well, I guess not really. It's more of just a cool, like with the beat. I think that's one of Outkast's best songs though. Memory Lane, Sitting in the Park. You know, I first heard this album when I was like 16, but for some reason, this song just feels so nostalgic to me. Like it just reminds me of being a kid. Like for some reason I go back to like 5th grade recess and I'm just like, wow, like I'm a kid. Like, nope. Like, dude, this song, I don't know how he did it considering this is 1994 and I was born in 2001. Like, I don't know how bro managed to make it feel. And I even like showed it to my dad. I was like, yo dad, does this feel nostalgic? And he's like way older than that. He was born way before this album came out. And he was just like, yeah, it's crazy. You feel nostalgic. I don't know how Nas did it, but it's amazing. So Memory Lane is real. It feels like a nostalgic song. And this is not a joke. This is actually amazing. This song goes so hard. Hard to Paint by Waka Flocka Flame. I go hard in the motherfucker. Bro. It goes like unironically or ironically, whatever. It goes so hard. It goes so unbelievably hard. So I had to include that because that song is actually amazing. That song is actually sick. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with. Dude, in high school, this is my jam. I played this over and over and over. Fire, love some Wu-Tang Clan. Had to include some abstract hip-hop, but honestly, this doesn't feel like an abstract hip-hop song. This just feels like a really basic hip-hop song off that album, The Money Store by the Death Grips. I've seen footage, amazing. One of the best songs off that album. Deeper. I'm telling you guys, Pinata it's probably a top 5 hip-hop album of all time. Like, it's definitely, no question, top 10, but the beats and the rapping and Deeper is amazing. I think it's the 3rd track. You have Supplier, you have Scarface, and then it's the 3rd track, but the first song's really like a intro, just bongos like for 40 seconds. But Deeper is amazing. Deeper is absolutely amazing. I don't know what else you want me to say. Okay, there we go. We got some Dr. Dre from 2001, The Watcher. I love the dun dun dun, bro. Peak. Everyone knows the song. Absolutely peak. No Vaseline by Ice Cube. One of the best diss track not albums, bro. I say albums so much in my videos, so like I'm getting confused. No Vaseline, one of the best diss tracks of all time. You know, he's had to include that on there. Amazing by Ice Cube. Like his highs in his catalog are amazing. Changes by Tupac. This is just off the Greatest Hits album. I almost had a stroke there. This was just off like his Greatest Hits album, but it's absolutely incredible. Had to do it. Amazing messaging on that song. And No Tears by Scarface. You know, the first time I heard this song was actually from the movie Office Space. It was just like the white guy singing it in the car, and like there's a black guy like a homeless black guy coming closer to him, and he like rolled the window up while this was playing. And I first heard that, and I was like, oh, that's a banger. So, and this is an amazing song. It's an amazing song. So I had to put that on here. Ready to Die. This might be the hardest song off Ready to Die. It is the title track, but just the bro. it just goes so hard. That goes incredibly hard. I had to include that on here. I got a little bit of a more abstract hip hop, but this is more abstract in the sense like that not as many people know it. I'd say ASAP Rock, Labor Days. And as of like right now, this is one of my 10 out of 10s on album of the year because I think this album is amazing. And Daylight is the most well-known song off this album. And his rapping, the beats are abstract though, and he just kills. He just kills on this. So if you haven't heard that album or that song, I recommend giving it a listen. Then we got Mobb Deep, the infamous Give Up the Goods, one of the best songs off that album, you know. And there's another one, like I feel like that one, Shook Ones Part 2, and then the other one, I'm pretty sure I put it on this list. You got to put those up there for some of the like the highs of that album. There's so many highs in that album though. Survival Tactics, Joey Badass, 1999. Just incredible there. Just absolutely incredible. AT Aliens by Outkast. What? Everyone knows this. You know, I feel like this is such an amazing song. Everyone knows this. And then here we go again with Pinata, Harold's, Freddie Gibbs, Madlib. Just a guy talking about like the old place he used to eat at, like, you know, with the bread stuck to the bottom, extra sauce, you know, like. He just kills on it. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. It's just everything, for that album, everything just came together brilliantly. That's why you're seeing so much of it on this list. B by Common, intro off the B album. You know, B's another 10 out of 10 hip-hop album, in my opinion. Every song on it is amazing. Every song on it kicks ass. Had to put that on here. And the intro is just, the instrumental is amazing. More Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck. I had to include Wu-Tang Clan. It's like a competition with them, like who's the best rapper, and just amazing. We're 76 songs in here. Okay, we're almost to the end. All caps, MF Doom. It was a bit basic. I was kind of like, I almost like skip this, but it's, you know, you had to. No, absolutely had to. No More Parties in LA by Kanye West. I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is probably like top 20 best rap songs of all time. Kendrick Lamar rapping, Kanye West with Madlib production. That is like the peak. You can't get any more peak than that. And the crazy thing, I feel like a lot of people are split down the middle about this, but I think Kanye out-rapped Kendrick. And in terms of music, I like Kendrick Lamar's music compared to Kanye. I think he has a better catalog and his music more creative, believe it or not. But I take that back. Not more creative. I feel like Kanye may be a bit more creative, but I prefer Kendrick more. And I think he's a better rapper, of course, overall. But in that song, Kanye out-rapped Kendrick. He did, which is incredible. The Message by Nas. It Was Written, the second album from Nas. That's as good as like a second album from an artist is going to be when Illmatic is your first one. And The Message is one of the best songs off It Was Written. Hit 'Em Up, another diss track. There's gonna be a few more. There might just be one more. I know there's one that's gonna be on here. Hit 'Em Up to Biggie, off the Greatest Hits album. Well, I don't know why I said that, but no, everyone knows this song. We Hit 'Em Up, just incredible. Just you went so hard in that track. Fuck with Dre Day. I brought this up earlier when talking about the Chronic. Just amazing. Some of the highest highs you're ever gonna see in hip hop with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Big Papa, had to include them. Oh, I said them, sorry. I was talking about Clips right here. But no, Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G. Everyone knows this song. Had to include it on here. Chains of Whips, though, had to include Clips. With Kendrick Lamar in the... That's probably the best song off Let God Sort Him Out for me. But Kendrick killed in the feature. They killed on the rapping here. The beat went insane. You know, how could I not include Clips? And I think there's a few more clips on here. Quiet Storm, Mobb Deep. I love Mobb Deep. They're all-time if there's a Mount Rushmore for hip-hop artists, hip-hop groups, it'd be Outkast, Mobb Deep. Those are like, and Clips. But Mobb Deep and Outkast, I feel like those two generational stuff right there. All Falls Down, Kanye West. Everyone knows this one. Had included on here. Children's Story by Slick Rick. I feel like sometimes Slick Rick, I listened to The Great Adventures of Slick Rick recently, and it just aged really badly because it was so basic. But this song has aged well, and that's everyone knows this song, and it's the best song off that album, and I had to include it on here. Had to give my respect to Slick Rick. Still by Ghetto Boys, probably the hardest song on here. Like, this probably goes harder than Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka Flame. Just incredible, you know. Still. And I'm pretty sure that's also from the Office Space movie I mentioned earlier. I think it is. Just incredible, though. Had to include that. Survival of the Fittest. That was the other Mobb Deep song I had that I was going to talk about. There you go. That, Give Up the Goods, and then Shook One Part 2. Those are the top 3 best songs off of The Infamous for me. And they cooked. They absolutely cooked. Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangsta. More Ghetto Boys. You know, Ghetto Boys need more respect. I don't see people talk about them that much. And, I mean, Steel, Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. And Mind Playing Tricks on Me, which is the best hip-hop song of all time, in my opinion. Give them their props. Holy shit. Gazillionaire by MF Doom and Jay Dilla, one of the best, you know, producers of all time. Absolutely killed with the beat here. Like, I think it's a minute 23. Like, I played this a lot. That's why I know the exact number. Holy, like, bro, don't even get me started. Absolutely incredible. Tupac, and we're almost at the end here. Me Against the World by Tupac. Me Against the World, title track. Incredible beat. Tupac was cooking here. Had to include that on here. More Outkast, Miss Jackson. Everyone knows that song. You know, had to include that as well. Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg. Basic, but like I said, had to include it. It's generational and it's super popular for a reason. Damien by DMX. This is one of the best storytelling songs of all time. And I thought at first, I mentioned the Slim Shady LP earlier, I thought that Eminem copied, I thought DMX copied Eminem, but with that song, Guilty Conscience, which is about a bad conscience, basically. But no, if anything, Eminem copied him, because this came out the year before. This came out in 98, It's Dark and Hell is Hot with Damien, and the Slim Shady LP came out in 99. So if anything, you know, Eminem stole from him, but, you know, I heard the Guilty Conscience by Eminem first, so I was like, oh, you know, he stole. I heard this second, I was like, oh, he stole this from Eminem. No, if anything, Eminem stole this from him, or maybe he didn't. It's just, you know, creative minds, they do think alike. Brilliant minds think alike. So, but I had to include Damien on here. Amazing song. I Seen a Man Die. Amazing storytelling by Scarface. You know, there's some really good. Well, these are the 100 best hip hop songs of all time, basically. So, you know, not much more praise I have to say. Another DMX song, Stop Being Greedy. The beat here goes insanely hard. Had to include that. And I guess I can just show the rest of the list now. Yeah, so Run the Jewels. I had to include Run the Jewels because I love Run the Jewels. That's one of my favorite. I don't know. I mentioned earlier like a Mount Rushmore. I don't know if I'd put them on the same level as Mobb Deep or Outkast. But if they make like Run the Jewels 5 and it's like the best, I don't know. It's been a while, but like Run the Jewels, they're up there, and I had to give a little homage to them there. So Run the Jewels by Run the Jewels. And then one of the best diss tracks of all time, very recent, Kendrick Lamar, Meet the Grams to Drake. Come on now. Just so... I mean, Drake, I can't imagine Drake's first reaction to hearing that song. I mean, everyone's talked about it a million times, so I don't have to say anything else, but just amazing. 151 Rum by Jid off DiCaprio 2. Just the beat is insane here and just incredible, so I had to include that on here. Last two, we got Forgot About Dre by Dr. Dre and Eminem off 2001. Nowadays, everybody want to talk. They got something to say. But nothing. I mean, what else? What else do you want me to say? And then last up, we got Bound to by Kanye West. And I put this one specifically last because it's the last song off Yeezus. And when you listen, and I don't care how popular it is, when you listen to Yeezus, and it's the very last song plays, and it starts off with the bound, like, you know you're listening to Peak. It's one of the best sample flips of all time. It's been copied a million times. Some TikTok guy copied it. Tyler the Creator copied it off of A Boy's a Gun off Igor. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what else do you want me to say? Like, he just cooked with that song. He absolutely did. So yeah, that's the end of the list. That's 100 perfect hip hop songs. No cuts. Everything in one video. You heard my thoughts. You heard everything. Hip hop's one of my favorite genres, and I think I cooked with this list. I'm gonna leave the link to this playlist in the description below. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty sure next I'll do R&B. I got some other videos I got to work on. It might be a couple weeks before I get that one up, but yeah, let me know, guys, what you thought about this video. God bless, much love, and peace.